Hey guys, how you doing? This is Guan U007, also known as Mr. Misogyny, because women's knees need massaging. How are you guys doing today? So, I was trolling around YouTube for quite some time, and I happened to come across a couple videos, which is kind of weird, but I'll say I kind of don't know how to explain them truly, but I'll go ahead and try. So more than likely everybody's saying that Fallout 4 is a disappointment, and I'm kind of looking at this more of a with a pragmatic feel to this, because I don't understand some of these guys' complaints when this is the same exact formula, except with a small twist to it, versus the only other Fallout game that Bethesda actually made. So without further ado, I'm just going to bring up certain things that a lot of people were actually saying and counter them logically, to see if these set of people or this small band within the community who feels that this is some sort of issue within the Fallout community. So here we go. A lot of people were just making videos saying, this is Fallout 4 is a big disappointment, it's a letdown, and they don't understand why Bethesda feels like they stripped a lot of the RPG elements out of Fallout itself to essentially dumb down the game itself. My counter argument for this is they're not dumbing down the game for you as the player. At some point, if you're not enjoying a Fallout game, it could be one of many things. You could just be too damn old. Seriously, you can literally just be too old to enjoy a game like this. A lot of people will enjoy this game, and the reason why they do make the game more accessible to everybody is marketing reasons and trying to get as many people to play the game as humanly possible. And it's no secret, I'm just gonna put it out there, it's no secret, casual gamers fuel the gaming industry. Hardcore gamers do not. That is fact. Hardcore gamers, there just isn't enough of you, and you know this. Casual gamers, there's more than just those spectrum of gamers, hardcore and casual. There are a lot of medium gamers, super light gamers, the people that don't even touch a console, they just touch their phones, or just have a 3DS. Then you got the Nintendo section, the Sony section, Microsoft, Sega, Capcom. You get what I'm saying here. But casuals, people who are just getting into gaming, people who are, kids that are just getting into gaming as well, they're going to try to sell games to them. And I hate to say this, but you're dying. Those of the people who are of the old guard of games are dying. You're not getting any younger, and there's a new generation coming up, and they're going to pander to them to get them to to actually buy their games. And you might not like it, but if you don't like it, it's like rap music nowadays. If you don't like what rap is turning into, if you don't like what Fallout is turning into, it's pretty much a sign that it's time for you to get away from this. If I don't like how a game is turning out, I'm not going to try or continue playing said game. I'm just going to move along. That's just me. And I feel that I'm noticing a lot of people who are complaining, and in reality, they should just get the fuck away from the game. Again, you're bitching and complaining about multiple things, but you're not doing anything about it. You're not boycotting. You're not doing shit. You're just sitting there bitching and complaining. Move along. Other people want to play the game, not just you. Another thing is, for some people who keep on bringing up, and I love when people do this, they're bringing up how Fallout used to play, and they want Fallout to continue doing, what Fallout used to do, which was give you choice and whatnot. Oh, I love Fallout 1 and 2 because it gave you choice. I don't know what's wrong with Fallout 4. And this kind of makes you, and I'm talking to people who say this, of course, this kind of makes you sound like a fucking idiot. You do realize Bethesda only made 4 Fallout games. I want to say 4 Fallout games. And I'm about to list them all right now. Fallout 3, Fallout Tactics, Fallout Shelter, Fallout 4. That's all they made. They didn't make New Vegas. They loaned the license out to Obsidian. And Interplay made 1 and 2. So I don't know where you're getting that basically this Fallout game, which everybody keeps saying feels like Fallout 3. Well, yeah, it's going to feel like Fallout 3 because it's the same people who made the fucking game. It's hilarious. It's like you forgot how to fucking read. Do you play Fallout 1 and 2 and just assume it's Bethesda? I'm pretty sure it says Interplay right on the fucking box. Or, well, yeah, a lot of you guys are on fucking Steam. So I'm pretty sure you should read it. It should say, hey, this is made by Interplay. But whatever. And now we're coming to another section, which is a lot of people are complaining about. It's so linear. It feels so linear. Yeah, it gives you all this freedom, but it feels so linear, and we don't understand why. Okay. Which is hilarious because somebody touted Morrowind in this, so I'm gonna tackle this. Every Bethesda game has a linear path. This has never changed. This has never changed. There isn't a Bethesda game that you can name except for Fallout 4 that diverges and lets you take a different path. And we're about to prove this right now. Majority of all Elder Scrolls games have you, and correct me if I'm wrong, have you wake up in a fucking jail cell. Then somehow you get a early release or a fucking pardon to go do something and search for the magical MacGuffin or find the magical MacGuffin holder so you can sell magical MacGuffin or bring it to said person who can use it properly if it's not you, and then you would help save the world if you don't save the world yourself by traveling to certain magical space era something, heaven, hell, whatever, necromancy place or whatnot to go save the world. That's it. That's the whole line. That's the straight line. Now, of course, there are branching paths, but it still comes right back to that same ending. Skyrim, no matter what the fuck you were going to do, you still was going to have to take you're still going to have to take care of Alduin. Period. You could do the Civil War. The Civil War doesn't matter. You could be part of every faction. Those factions don't matter. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. Now, a lot of people keep bringing up Morrowind as if somehow that's a great savior to this thing. In Morrowind, they had, again, they still have it. They had fail-safes that if you killed somebody, someone else could pick up the quest and you can still finish that quest out. However, they basically just said, fuck it, we're going to let you kill anyone anyway. You were able to kill someone else who had that quest, and you would be fucked. You cannot finish those quests out. So the thing that you had to do was reload a previous save and finish the game. So easy to do that, right? So still had some sort of moniker of freedom, but the freedom that you had was you fucked up your game. But here's a very funny argument that I get from that, and I'm gonna go back to this straight line path in a minute. I don't know this YouTuber. I don't know, a lot of these YouTubers keep saying this, but they keep saying that this game is being consoleized, as if casual and console are semantic. No, it's not. It's not semantic. That does not, you do not fucking put console and casual in the same fucking place. Because with that being said, what about all those fucking casuals who are playing League of fucking Legends, who are playing Smite? Yeah, you're really thinking that somehow that's, oh, it's console and casual. But I'm going off of topic, or I'm going off of the side topic. So basically, they're saying that the dialogue wheel is consoleized. This is pandering to consoles, and it's so casual. And God, Bethesda was doing this consoleization and has been there since Morrowind. You do realize Morrowind was released on PC first. And the people who are actually complaining about you can fuck up your game were from PC players. In other words, casual PC players fucked up the rest of the Bethesda games as it stands, where you have fucking essential characters that can't die. And basic dialogue that you have that's been running for quite some time, actually. A lot of people were also complaining about the dialogue wheel seem to have like amnesia that this dialogue wheel has been in here and it's been in existence in Fallout. It just wasn't a wheel. It was just a straight line of text that you picked. And that straight line of text that you pick, of course, you didn't have a voice actor, and that's the only difference between Fallout 4 and the rest of Bethesda games. Well, not all of them. I think there was another one. I think Rage had voice acting. I could be wrong though, but you had like that was the difference. You had this wheel. Like this wheel of text or whatnot that was there is just in a straight line, and it was still simplified, and it was still there. It was so they're so used to it that fucking Obsidian used it. They did. It just wasn't in wheel form, but it was still there. You just couldn't hear what you were saying. You just read it in the text. Yeah, I understand it looks like this is simplified, but you are saying what you're saying on the wheel. The only difference is Bethesda is just making it very clear to you, no matter what the fuck you're saying, it's going to lead to the same damn result. Yeah, you could be a jackass. You have that option. You can be good. You can have that option. You can sound badass. You can have that option, but it still leads to the absolute same thing. The only difference is you want to stop talking to the person, you back up, you move away, and you can say fuck them, or you can shoot them in the face. Either way it goes. And if those NPCs are essential, oh well, can't do shit about that. But back on the lead of your path. I'm sorry, I don't know what makes you guys have amnesia. You do know that every path you chose in every Bethesda game is the same. Essentially, it's the same. It's always been this way. Nothing your character does really does. Sorry, other than you saving it. But like I said, I love when people or fans just simply forget things. It's just crazy to me. Fallout 4 is the only Fallout game that Bethesda has made that you have a branching path. And if you really want to compare this to Fallout 3, which would be a very bad idea when you think about it, compare this story to the normal story of Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was you were born outside the vault, you were then put inside the vault by your father, then you end up leaving the vault later on. You're leaving the vault to quote unquote find your father, but you're taking on your father's responsibility to purify fucking water. You go and purify the water, and you're essentially, I guess, trying to save the wasteland, the capital wasteland, in full swing. But if you really think about it, who's going to be in charge of all this clean water? You're essentially doing this job for the Brotherhood, who has no fucking clue what to do with all this water, but they're just going to fucking saddle these waters on these Brahmins and fucking just give it to the people for free. Like, there's no need for any payment, no need for any loyalty, just give it to them for free. You know, so I guess basically you kind of saved the world, but you kind of fucked it up even more because there's no sanctions, there's no regulations for it. Now, let's go to Fallout 4. You're a guy who has a military background, your wife has a law degree, you come from 260 years in the future, in the past. You get cryogenically frozen by Vault-Tec. Well, of course, Vault-Tec is evil. And then you wake up, your son's gone, your wife's dead. You vow to go get him, or, your husband's dead, depending if you're playing as a woman or not. Who knows? And then you vow vengeance. You go do all this other shit. And let's be real honest here. You making settlements don't matter. You picking a side really doesn't matter, because all three sides want the same damn thing, except for one side on the fourth side, which is the Institute, who wants to do the same thing you're going to do to the Institute to the other people. That's the only difference. The only difference between 3 and 4 is you get to choose if you want to work with the Institute or if you want to destroy the Institute. That is it. That is it. Essentially, Fallout 4, it differs from Fallout 3 just with that. But, whatever, though. Nobody seems to actually want to look at the past. Everybody just wants to bitch and whine about nothing. Pardon me, officer. But I guess I could just go ahead and finish up with this. Is Fallout 4... Game of the Year? I see Fallout 4 having a lot of problems, and I see Bethesda doing what the norm is now for fucking games of this caliber. Not only just what they do, but what other corporations do, which is patch them as fast as fucking humanly possible. A lot of people are angry because it feels like Fallout was aimed at consoles. Well, surprise, surprise. It's not aimed at consoles. It's aimed at a new audience. And it doesn't matter if it's console or PC. They're going to go and try to make money off of this new audience. It's retarded for you to actually blame it on consoles when in reality, a lot of new people are going to PC. What, you think these new people just know everything about PC? How fucking retarded are most of you people on PC? Seriously, don't fucking blame a section of people or a section of consumers, because a lot of people have both a console and a PC. You sound like a fucking moron, and I don't understand why people kind of still hate consoles for some odd reason. It's still a moneymaker, and PC is a moneymaker now. Just be cool in your fucking lane. Seriously, I don't understand that. Anyway, this is Guan Yu 007 signing out. But wait a minute. Before I sign out, I just want to say this. Out of everything that's in Fallout itself, between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, there are a lot of improvements. The combat is improved, which is great. The animation is improved. The graphics are improved. And a lot of people who are complaining about graphics because, you know, whatever. You were on PC since whenever, and this is what you come to expect. What the fuck ever. You were playing with mods. You were playing with EMBs. You were playing with fucking textures. That's great, whatever. But no, that's not what the fucking company did. What you were doing was playing with free fucking content from other people. Not something that was given to you by the fucking company. Basically, what you did was make the damn game better for the company for free. Again, you look like a moron saying that, oh, well, you know, Fallout New Vegas was better looking, and it feels like this is just Fallout 3 modded up. Well, yeah, because they're actually building this from the ground up. Yes, they might actually have the same engine, but they got to put something over the engine. It's an overlay, obviously. And the RPG part that comes under scrutiny, because a lot of people say it feels like it's less RPG and more action. That is probably by far the best argument anybody can really come up with. It does feel like it is more action and less RPG. And if you see my playthrough, I don't even use a gun. I use a Deathclaw claw now. I was using a Power Fist. I was basically using hand-to-hand. I just wanted to see if it was going to get easier for me to use hand-to-hand. And right now I'm playing on very hard because survival is basically very hard with lower fucking health regen. And the reason why I don't play on survival is not because of lower health regen for me, but it seems to also affect my fucking companions. I don't really like that. So I want my companions to be fit and ready to go into battle and not fucking get knocked on their ass the next thing you know they have to just stay down there. That's just weird for me. So yeah, I could actually say it feels more action oriented than the actual real RPG would be. That's my only real gripe and argument I could say. Aside from them streamlining the perks and whatnot, it is what it is. Bethesda's been doing that for years. They've streamlined all their perks from the Elder Scrolls into what you got in Skyrim. And basically they streamlined... I can't actually say they streamlined these perks. They just took away the skill set and put them in the special tree, which was you're able to automatically fucking upgrade later on. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people like it. It's whatever to me. I understand how to get around it myself. It's very simple. It's very simple, and I believe that's what they were going for. They were going for a more pick up and play than an actual. You have to sit there and crunch numbers and see how you sleep, like in Oblivion, where you had to crunch numbers, see how you sleep, and hopefully everything will add up. Because not a lot of people like that either. It was a lot of extra shit that you shouldn't have had to do. Anyway, this is Guan Yu 007. I know I feel like I've been rambling, so I do apologize for that. But it needs to be said. A lot of people who are quote-unquote disappointed with Fallout 4, you're forgetting you're dealing with Bethesda. Seriously. If you really don't like Bethesda games, then stop fucking buying them. Anyway. Have a nice evening, and cheers.